Sigma men are often seen as individuals who prefer logic and practicality to emotional expressions and romantic gestures. This trait sets them apart from other personality types who may deeply appreciate and actively seek romantic connections. For Sigma men, emotions can feel overwhelming and confusing, which is why they approach relationships in isolation. This does not mean that they are completely devoid of emotions. Rather, they tend to compartmentalize emotions and prefer objective reasoning. In romance, Sigma males may seem less prone to traditional romantic behavior that may appeal to others. Gestures like grand declarations of love or lavish gifts may not be as important to them. Instead, they are more likely to show their affection through activities that demonstrate practical support and reliability. While some personalities thrive on the emotional intensity and satisfaction that comes with romance, Sigma men can be somewhat skeptical of these feelings. They may see overt displays of romance as superficial or insincere, preferring real connections based on mutual respect and understanding. It is important to understand that a Sigma man's approach to romance stems from a desire for authenticity and a focus on what they find meaningful in a relationship. Their tendency to favor logic over emotion doesn't necessarily mean they can't make deep connections. Rather, they approach romance with a pragmatic mindset that values substance over style. They don't like the idea of expressing all their inner feelings with a huge gesture of love and romance. It is not natural for them. Everyone has their own vision of love and romance, and what they find truly meaningful and important. For some, romance is pointless. For others, it is one of the most rewarding and valuable parts of their lives. Sigma males are not incapable of romance. They just don't want to focus on things that seem overwhelming or dramatic. They want to be completely honest in their thoughts, but their feelings are not easy to understand or process. For Sigma, emotions seem too broad and hard to trust, so they don't believe they can trust anything they can't be absolutely sure of. For him, romance often seems like a side part of those unreliable feelings and can be difficult to fully understand. It can feel unlikely and a bit annoying, almost as if people are using romance to get what they want. They would prefer something much more primal, something that doesn't require constant grandiose romantic gestures. They can get stuck in their ways in this regard, especially if they are younger. Sigma men, on the other hand, care about relationships and often want to find someone to share their life with. Just because they aren't outwardly romantic doesn't mean they can't have deep love and respect for someone. Sigma often longs to connect with someone and truly values their intimate relationships. Sometimes, the idea of romance is almost like interviewing someone and asking them different questions to get to know them better. For Sigma, it's a sign that they care and are genuinely interested, because they don't ask such personal questions to someone they don't want to get close to. For them, this is actually a sign of romance, but for others, it can feel like an interview and create uncomfortable pressure. Their understanding of romance does not always manifest itself in ways that other people appreciate, and therefore they often have to learn to adapt and adjust their behavior. For them, simply showing interest and supporting their partner is a great sign of romance and love for them. Tradition just doesn't sit well with Sigma, and it makes them see things differently than most people. If they care, they are often willing to change their behavior to make the person they love happy. Over time, most Sigma men realize that traditions are important to others, even if they don't value them themselves. The more they open their minds to the possibility of romance, the better they will be able to express it to that special someone. They know how to plan great dates and often manage to put together something that really amazes their partner. They just don't focus on this area because it doesn't seem very practical. Sigma, who is willing to admit that people often need a little romance, will do much better because he can find his own ways to express his romantic intentions to someone. They actually learn the words when they think about it and really process what the other person is looking for. Sigma men who learn that practicality is not romantic to others are better able to adapt and find ways to be truly romantic. They really care about their loved ones. They just naturally don't want to express it in the typical romantic way. They have their own idea of romance, which often involves being kind to someone and working hard to solve their problems. Their logical mind tells them that practicality is often more romantic than trying to be expressive and dramatic about their feelings. When it comes to Sigma males, their romance often deviates from traditional expectations. While they may not shower their partners with flowers or romantic poetry, their commitment manifests itself in more subtle, deeper ways. True romance for a Sigma man is unwavering support and practical help. When they actively promote their partner's goals, offer unwavering encouragement, and prioritize quality time together, it's a sign of their deep love and commitment. Sigma males usually value their independence and solitude, so their choice to invest time and energy in a relationship is a significant gesture in itself. When they choose to be with someone, it highlights their true love and respect for that person. Their loyalty and generosity as a partner may not always be openly expressed through traditional romantic gestures, but they are steadfast partners who value honesty and trustworthiness in their relationships. Navigating the romantic terrain with a Sigma man can take patience and understanding. They may sometimes have difficulty expressing their feelings or express sentimentality in a conventional way. However, beneath their pragmatic exterior lies a loyal and compassionate person who seeks meaningful connections based on mutual trust and shared values. After all, a Sigma man's approach to romance can be deeply satisfying for those who value sincerity and unwavering support in a partner. Their ability to prioritize substance over superficial displays of affection ensures that their relationships are based on authenticity and ongoing care. As partners, Sigma males may not conform to conventional romantic ideals, but their unwavering loyalty and true commitment make them prized partners for those who value substance and reliability in love.